So, it's more Premier League action. These are the Thursday fixtures, and there were 4 of them, and they completed match day 36. So let's get to it then. First one was at Goodison Park, Everton at home to lowly Aston Villa. I didn't see a lot of this match, but first half there was a lot of optimistic strikes at either end, but nothing that alarmed either goalkeeper, to be perfectly honest. And that took us through to the break, goalless. And then into that second half then, and Grealish was looking much more dangerous. At 68 minutes, he curled in a shot that went just wide. And then 71 minutes, a Hurahan free kick. And Honkser managed to get a touch in a crowded box, stuck out his leg, and it went past Pickford to give Villa the lead. In fact, they should have doubled their lead, because Grealish again on 76, a nice delivery to the far post, but this time El Ghazi managed to turn it around the post. It'd been easy to score. And then an optimistic late cross from the left by Everton, and Walcott in the box, but some way from goal, got his head to it. I'm sure he was trying to just put it back into the danger area, but it sort of floated to the goal and crept over the line before Konsa cleared it. In fact, he didn't clear it, he just put it in the net, but it was over the line before his leg got to it. So Everton got a get out of jail card here, because they didn't look that impressive at all. Final score though at Goodison Park was Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. So to the King Power Stadium then, Leicester been stumbling of late at home to Sheffield United, who've been very impressive. Thomas made it a debut for Leicester. He was playing at left back, Chilwell's still out, and of course we haven't seen Pereira at right back. And Leicester had another problem, that Oyuncu was suspended, that red card, so club captain Morgan stepped in for a rare appearance. Iniacho was on the bench. For the Blades, usual rotation by Wildy, McBurney and McGoldrick up front for them. Into the action early on, at half chance for McGoldrick, but Justin blocked the effort. And 8 minutes up the other end, Perez looped a header that went just over. And 11 minutes, Vardy, looking very dangerous, got his shot away, but again it was blocked and it skewed away off Henderson's legs. Finally, on 28 minutes, Thomas fed Perez, and his sharp shot along the floor caught Henderson a bit unawares, and it was past him before he could blink. And so that was the opening goal for the Foxes. That was about it in the first half. Into the second, Vardy, much too quick, beat his marker on the left, but he hit a post. And some Barnes had come on. He had a shot which was blocked by the keeper on 56. And then 60 minutes, again Vardy, he's really gives you 100%. He set up Barnes again, but he was denied by Henderson's legs. And then on 62 minutes, a great save by the keeper, and that kept the score to 1-0. But 79 minutes, eventually a breakaway, and Vardy unselfishly fed Gray, who'd come on off the bench, and his right foot strike crept in the corner, 2-0, and that was game over. Has to be said, fairly disappointing really. There was just that one shot from Schmeichel that I mentioned earlier, That was off O'Connell's leg on 62. But Leicester thoroughly deserved this after that massive defeat to Bournemouth earlier in the week. They bounced back, keeps their Champions League hopes alive. They won this game by 2-0. Now to Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace at home to Manchester United. I actually watched this game in its entirety. A few changes for United. They got a problem at left back. Shaw had a hamstring problem and Williams concussion. So Fosu-Mensah made an appearance at left back. He hadn't played for United for well over a year. McTominay was in for Matic. I think that was just a rest for him. And for Palace, of course, no Benteke. He's suspended because of that red card. Early action, and it was all Palace really. Zaha looking menacing, had a pacey shot pushed away by De Gea. That was, I think, first few minutes. And certainly Palace in the ascendancy. United's defence looking very jittery. Zaha seemed to be slightly winning the battle with Wan-Bissaka on the left, although he did move over to the opposite side midway through the first half. Fernandes at pace in the 11th minute, and he managed to get his cross over from a corner, and Maguire headed over, and that was the first of many attempts by Maguire from set pieces, and all of them went wide or high. He should be doing better really. He's got a commanding presence, but his accuracy is way off. Some nice Rashford and Townsend got themselves in a bit of a tussle, and they were both injured in a challenge on the 20-minute mark. And 27 minutes, Townsend, who was looking impressive, but he got his cross in, but Zaha's header, unfortunately, uncomfortable and didn't press De Gea at all. And then 29 minutes, an incisive passing movement by United with Martial getting to the byline, and he fed it back to Greenwood, who was sort of near the penalty spot, and he scuffed his shot wide, which is rather unexpected given his recent form. And then another header from Maguire over the bar on 38, and Ayew had a chance on 40. United's defence was subject to quite a few errors. This time Lindelof, the offender, poor clearance. Ayew, he forced a good save from De Gea. And then again Zaha on 43, causing Lindelof some problems. It looked like it was a dubious challenge by Lindelof. He got away with it really. It could have been a penalty, but the referee waved it away. And then into added time in the first half, a beautiful move by the Reds, great assistance from Fernandes as usual, and ended up in the path of Rashford. Some beautiful, neat skills with his feet, and he pushed it wide of Gaeta, and that was 1-0. There was another late chance for Zaha on the edge, but again that came to nothing. And a free kick from Milivojlovic, which De Gea got a touch to push it away. Good strike, but a save that you would expect the keeper to make. So that was 1-0 at the break. Into the second half then. United won up, but 54 minutes, great run down the ref by Zaha. He managed to get, he was too quick for Wan-Bissaka, and his cross was a good one. went across the box. The United defence was all at sea, and Ayew, standing all alone, collected the ball and put it neatly in the corner, and it looked like that was the equaliser. But VAR stepped in, and they found out that he was offside by probably a fingernail. It was certainly a harsh decision. It was chalked off, and Hodgson was furious on the touchline. I'm not surprised. So still 1-0 then. Rashford in the action. He tested Lieiester on 60. And then Solskjaer made some changes. He brought on Matic and Lingard. Greenwood and McTominay making way. And a little bit later, great move up the left hand side by United. But it was to no avail. 73 minutes. Another swift break. Rashford pulled it back after some neat work by Pogba, and Fernandes was there, and he hit the ball straight, and it struck the post and was away. 4 minutes later, United doubled their lead. Tremendous work by Fernandes again. He managed to nutmeg a defender feeding Rashford, who then set up Martial. And Martial in the box, clinical as ever, clipped it wide of Lieiester as Van Aanholt tried to block the effort. 2-0 to the Reds, and Van Aanholt had to be carried off. It looked like he'd done his shoulder. Matic came on after that to solidify the defensive midfield, and to be honest, they could have added to the two. Explosive run and shot though on 89 by Palace led to De Gea pushing the effort round the post. That was, I think that was from Sahar. And 93 minutes, and another good effort from Rashford that forced the save from Lieiester. But anyway, United had managed to keep up the chase with Leicester. It was a tough match, I have to admit, and slight fortunate really, United not to be level at the early on in that second half. But by the time they got their second, it was clear they were going to make it a comfortable win. They really like Selhurst Park. They've had a tremendous record there. And it continued. Final score then, Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 2. The South Coast battle then, Southampton at home to Brighton. Brighton really a win, and that would basically mean that they could relax from the last two games. Southampton, of course, got that deserved draw, I would say, at Old Trafford, and didn't see much highlights of this. Just to say that on Holberg got his shot away early on, but Brian was good enough. 17 minutes though, Mope opened the scoring. He beat McCarthy after a neat turn. Then Ings had an opportunity, but he was flagged offside. Second half, Brighton 1 up. Again, Ings always involved. Hit a pass to Adams, but the rebound was blocked. And then finally, on 66, Ings got his just rewards, put free on the left, and he shot it wide of Ryan in the corner. And that puts him on 20 goals in the league for the season. An absolutely magnificent effort. Vestergaard had an effort turned onto the bar by Ryan just before full's time that could have snatched the win for Saints, but as it was, the full-time whistle arrived, and the final score then at St Mary's was Southampton 1, Brighton 1.